Hey Brady, thanks for sending the swings with the balls. When you're doing a practice swing, the task in your brain isn't to hit a golf ball, so it's going to be much easier for you to make a very, very pretty practice swing. But when the ball gets involved, you're going to do some of those things that are causing the issues that you see in ball flight and contact. So I would say that there's two parts to this. It's not going to be an easy fix. The early release or the release of those angles, those are a byproduct of how you move your pelvis in the downswing. But I do want to talk about how you load your arms in the backswing first. So you tend to get your left arm super low across your chest and your left wrist super extended. So extension, if I just have my wrist flat, extension being like this, flexion being like that. So I tell people all the time, extension would be like you're accelerating on a motorcycle. Reverse motorcycle would be flexion, which is going to be more advantageous for you. So two parts. First part, how the arms load in the backswing. You can feel your arms lift a little bit more. So when you swing back, you can feel your arms literally lift up like that. If I were to disassociate my body and my arms, the arms work this way. And then my body works this way, so it turns and tilts. So it turns and tilts with the body, lift with the arms. When you do that, we need to get that reverse motorcycle, the flexion in your lead wrist with your left wrist. So swinging back, you can feel like you lift your arms more, and we get some of this flexion, right? So that's the first thing, a little bit of reverse motorcycle and lift your arms in the backswing. Once you do that better, we can move on to the downswing. A lot of the releasing of the angles is a byproduct of how you move your pelvis in the downswing to start. So if we were standing in the middle of a clock and 12 o'clock was the target, when you swing down or start your downswing, you're moving your pelvis towards 1 o'clock. So it's moving towards the target a lot, and then from the side view, it's going to be moving in towards the ball. You have to start releasing those angles to try to control where you hit the ground, and then when you release those angles, that does a lot to the club face. So that's why you're seeing or you're not seeing a pattern too much with start direction. So when you swing down, we need to get your left hip to move back towards your left heel. So from a front view, it would look like this, right? So you're not going to see a ton of this. And then from the side view, it would look like this. Okay? So when you start swinging down, if you move your pelvis back as you rotate it, that's going to allow you to put the force on the club to keep these angles. If you keep moving it towards 1 o'clock, you're going to have to do this to try to control everything. You'll start to realize that if I move my pelvis the correct way, that's when I'm going to keep these angles. That's when I can really compress the ball. So first thing, you can lift your arms and then flex your lead wrist in the backswing. And then in the downswing, we need to take your left hip, and it needs to be moving back towards your left heel, more so than at the target and towards the ball.